I'm still getting used to this vlogging thing, or this YouTube thing, or video recording thing. Bear with me. But today I made my first little children's book. Sort of. It's not really a children's book, but it's gonna be. But I created the first kind of draft for it, and honestly, I didn't plan for this to be a children's book at first, but it came to me while I was in the process of it. So hopefully you can see it. Let's see. It's actually supposed to be like a hope you feel better kind of thing. And it's not super clear, but you can kind of see the detail. But I call it Cats Who Care. And here, you know what? I think I can like reverse the camera. I'll show you. I'll read it to you. Oh, I guess we're already rolling. So you can see it a little bit better. Oh, let's just fix that. So you can see it a little bit better. This is actually technically the back of the book, and I got this little pamphlet idea from a Zine tutorial, or Zine, whatever you call it. And it's just printer paper. You unfold it, and this is the paper. You fold it in half, and then you what happens after that? No, you don't fold it that way first. You fold it long ways, like halfway, burger style, and then you fold it this way, and then you fold it this way. Well, you get a little book, and then you unfold it. You cut the part where it's folded. See, it's like it's folded there, folded, and this part over here is not. So you fold it, you cut it, and then yeah, you open it back up. Open it up. You squeeze it together. Push it in. You have to like tighten this part. Do that, and you close it. If you close it, and boom, you got a little booklet, little free booklet you can make yourself. I have like 2 or 3 other ones that I've just been putting stuff in because it's like fun little books. But today I made this. It's my first graphic, I guess you could say, and this was actually made for somebody that I found on the street who fell off their scooter and was unconscious for a little bit, and we helped her up, and she was able to go to the hospital, but she had a big old welt on her head. So hopefully, sometime soon I can see her and drop this off to her. So we'll see what happens, but this is what I made for you, for her, and it's called Hope You Feel Better. And it has a little cat on the front saying hope you feel better. And this girl, she I don't know if she knew how to take care of herself. She almost didn't want to go to the hospital. She had to rely on other people to help her, and from the sounds of it, it didn't really sound like these people were the best or healthiest or supportive, at least. One of them even asked, like, is the scooter okay? And it's like, dog, your daughter just fell. It's like, what do you mean, is the scooter okay, Yeah, I came home very, very brokenhearted. So I journaled for a little bit, and after I journaled, I wanted to give her a little letter, and I actually wanted to make her one of these. And so after like sulking after I journaled, I took a moment to actually write her this. I just wanted to get it out, and so here's what we got. We got hope you feel better. It's important to give yourself rest and stay well hydrated. And when you're hurt, you can ask for help. It may not seem easy, but I promise someone out there cares. And cats who care. So that was a little graphic. It's not much or anything special. It's very rough. It's very just get the idea out there kind of drawing. Maybe I'll like clean it up later and get this professionalized. But for her, I think that this would be just enough, and hopefully I can find her and give it to her, and hopefully she'll like it. But really, I guess that's really all I wanted to show. But yep, this is what I did in my little apartment with my neighbors and whatnot. I mean, I'm just saying all that to say you don't really need a professional setup or a right place to do it or anything kind of like that. You can do it. You can make it. You can do whatever you need to, because the day we're living in right now is just not. It doesn't feel like the healthiest or the most supportive or the nicest or kindest. So honestly, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give this to her. But maybe I'll make another version and tuck it away in those free library places, or hide them in libraries or anywhere else. You know, I think a lot of people can use these, and sure, you probably could go to a publisher and get this published. But as me being the one who made it, I get to decide what I want to do with it, and if it helps families or people or adults, children, elderly, people who didn't have the right support system growing up, then I think that's all I really want to do. If I want my family to have something like this, to know that they can ask for help or something like that. So this is my first little graphic, my first little book. I actually do have a children's book that I am working on, like a real one. But funny enough, this is the first completed one, so technically this takes prize for my first zine. Oh no, it doesn't. I have a different zine, but this takes prize for my first little graphic. So yeah, don't really know what to do here. I do want to film more regularly. I just don't want to film like one subject of content like ASMR. I just want to have a normal little video. Like if I do want to do ASMR, it'll be dedicated. I don't think like a vlog needs to be called ASMR. It's just a vlog. But yeah, you don't need nothing fancy to do this. You can do it. You can write little feelings or write little messages or quotes or whatever you find fancy and leave it around. I can't tell you the amount of little books I found at bus stops. So here we are. And if you want to do something like this, um, there's a lot of tutorials out there. If you want, I can show you. I can probably make a short on how to make a zine. It's really easy, super easy. I just have them all lying around now because of how easy it is. Um, I'll probably just go on rambling because that's what I like to do, and I want to stay on subject. But I hope you enjoyed this little reading and what you got out of it. And to that girl out there, I hope you're okay, and I hope that this finds you well and brings you happiness. So, and all that good stuff. Because she was a sweet soul. She really was. She was super sweet, very innocent, and just didn't know what to do. She was confuzzled and kind of scared. She was just very disoriented. But luckily, there's still people out there who care. And somebody came by and is a couple, and they were able to give her a ride back home and drop her off at the hospital. Last I heard. So, um, yeah, we took care of her, cleaned her up. She's okay. She was coherent. I didn't get her name, which is silly because that's like I asked if she remembered what day it was, but I could barely remember what day it was. I should have asked like, "What's your name?" So, but it's all right. We're still getting adjusted, figuring out how to be humane or human, being caring people here in this world. So, not to get political, but people care too much about politics and religion and what's right and wrong instead of just helping each other out. Instead of just shutting your mouth, trying to prove a point, and taking the action to assist someone or offer them a hand to do your part to either be of service or be not. If you're not, then keep on going. So, yeah, I hope we can learn to be good people and love and all that good jazz. So, I hope you are well. I hope you're okay. I hope that you found this useful to you. I really do. I'm doing this from the heart. I can't do scripts unless it's going to be like a role play, which I haven't done one of those since like middle school. But maybe that'll be an ASMR thing sometime. That'd be kind of fun. But yeah, yeah, yeah. These have been my nights. I really try to veer away from consuming tech so much. I do. I watch movies and I watch an episode, and I moderate it now, so I don't watch a whole movie. I'll just watch it while I eat dinner, finish at a checkpoint, and close the top. Or I'll watch an episode and either I'll stop halfway through. If it's really good, I'll keep on watching it all the way through because you don't need to be so strict. But otherwise, when I'm not doing that, I do my best not to get consumed in my digital life or things like that. I really sit in the boredom and try to listen to my soul on what it wants to do. If it wants to write, but it doesn't know what to write about, I just know it wants to write, so I just write. I don't know what it's going to be about. Maybe it'll be a journal, maybe it's going to be a story, so I just write and let it be what it be. I have a journal for journaling and I have a journal for stories. So I have options. Drawing. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be a Mona Lisa. It doesn't have to be this or that. Sometimes I'm touching up an old piece, or I'm making a new one, or I'm trying a new method of sketch or style or something. Or if I just feel too much emotion that's too complicated to put out coherently, I'll put it through paint. But it's been a while since I've done that. I kind of miss it. I almost did it tonight, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, I felt very, very sad tonight, I think, and I was brokenhearted or hurt. I was hurt when I got back home, so I couldn't really. It felt like a disgrace to pull up a phone to watch a show or a movie or distract myself with music or something stimulating like that. I just had to sit with it and feel it. I had to write it out and get my emotions out and know this moment. And then this was for her, and I don't know if I'm doing the right or wrong thing by sharing this with people, but I know there's a few of us out there who care, who are human in this world, who have a soul in this world, who want to really express and be part of this thing we're in. It can feel kind of pointless sometimes, but nights like these kind of remind me that we don't need to be so rigid or analytical, contemplative. We don't need to be contemplative and set such hard rules for ourselves. I think there's healthy rules, healthy boundaries, but I don't think we need to put up walls and barriers. I think it's okay to let it down sometimes and be vulnerable and open. And if we can, well, maybe you can make a difference for someone else. So I hope you're well. I hope you're okay. I hope you're all that good jazz. I'm kind of dog water at these things. So I'm learning to be kinder. I wasn't always the kindest person. I'm certainly not. But I hope you're well. I hope you're getting enough rest and well hydrated. This story was for you too. That's why I shared it. So, with much love and care, I wish you a good night and farewell.